What's up, everybody? Welcome to another delicious review. This time I should say rather dobre rano, milaczki, because this is a Czech ration, a 24-hour ration, which you may have seen already, some of these reviews, but this is the new type, the newest type, because the best before is May 2021, just within date, and this is, as far as I know, comes from the new provider, and inside is a new type of packaging, so I'm really excited to get into this. So let's grab into this box. Inside we have a normal cardboard box, and this is menu number 1. We have here the menu list on Czech, English, and and French. So this is, I guess, some NATO standard. So let's get this beautiful box spread on the table. And we have everything laid on the table. So it's true, because we don't have anymore a lot of these flexible cans. We have real metal cans and even one pouch. So what do we have inside? The corn crisp bread and the light crisp bread, which was known from the previous versions, but the packaging is a little bit different. This is this is something like a vegetable mix, like I think steamed or cooked vegetables, which have peas, which have corn, which have carrot, and some let's say sweetened water. We have two mains. One is wieprzowy gulasz z bramborem, which is the pork stew with potatoes, and something beefy. So this is something like baked beef with rice. Also really interesting. And for the side dishes, we have this mackerel in, let's say, water, in orange juice, and this is the pork pate, pork liver pate. We have three kinds of jams, which they come from Spain: El Quijote, which is strawberry, a peach, and maybe apple. I'm not quite sure. I don't speak Spanish. And a lot of other ingredients. 2 chocolate bars. Let me check. Yes, this chocolate. This is instant fruit drink, and 2 packs of accessories, which we will just check right now. So that's the accessories. This is some, let's say, hygienic accessories. Some napkins, just plain napkins. 3 wet naps, 2 toothpicks, and just one quite flimsy spoon for all the 24 hours. So which is not that big equipment. Probably you have to have your own. Then we have sugar, a lot of sugar, 8 packs, which is 8 teaspoons. But if you consider that we have 2 coffees and 2 teas, this is 2 teaspoons per cup, which is more or less standard, I guess, amount in Europe. We have also, this is chewing gum, multivitamin drink. We have salt, and these drinks. Well, that's a pretty nice set. So let's go to the breakfast. For the breakfast, I have chosen this crisp bread, which is the corn crisp bread with fibers, and the liver pate, quite a big can. Something sweet, which is the peach jam, coffee and sugar, and this multivitamin instant drink. So let me boil the water, and we'll have everything ready in a second. Let's start with the drinks. This multivitamin drink is for 250 ml of water, cold water, and it says here on the packaging that as for the vitamins, it covers the 100% of your daily needs. So just one bag for a day, not more. And for this coffee, you don't have any instructions here, but I assume this is something like for standard 150 mils or let's say 5 ounces of water. Not the big cup like 250. Nice granules, and I will give a bit of this sugar. Let's get our crisp bread. I have just read here that we have caraway seeds here. So like in the Polish panzer waffles, I'm really curious how it will be the flavor. It's very light. Let's take 2 of them. Well, the smell, it's not like a caraway, I would say. Let's take this liver pate. It contains 26% of pork liver, sorry, then some pork fat, some pork skin, some bouillon, and so on and so on. Actually, the Czech Republic is known for the patés because you can find these small, like this size patés in the Scandinavian rations and in the Dutch rations. So this is the original, quite well-known brand, which is Hame. I guess in the Czech Republic it's really well-known. That's how it looks like. Smells like a liver pate, so no doubts about it. And yeah, let's open this jam somehow. Well, if you think that it is easy, you're wrong. You have to have a knife, actually. This knife. Success! I feel like a jam Rambo, not John Rambo. Alright, let's taste this crisp bread with caraway just on its own. The flavor is interesting. It's a slight hint of this caraway, so not overpowering, which is, I guess, good because many people just don't like the caraway taste. So let me have a sip of this multivitamin drink. I have to admit that it's really good. It is not too sweet. It has a lemon flavor to it, but a little bit sour. But you don't have this well-known just vitamin B, vitamin aftertaste, which is not. I don't like it. But this is really clear, very good drink. So now let's take our pate, really soft, oops, and almost alive, so very fresh, jumps by itself, and let's give it a try. Judging it just by its smell, I expected that it would be worse. I mean, the smell is really intense, but the flavor is really decent. So this is well-balanced pate, pork pate, with a lot of liver, so you can taste the liver, but not too bitter, which is really good. So now maybe a sip of this coffee, and then we'll try the jam. This coffee is really pleasant. So it's just a standard instant coffee, but it is not too bitter, which is good. And I just gave something like half of teaspoon for this amount of water, half of teaspoon sugar, which makes the coffee not sweet actually, but already not bitter. So let's take our Spanish jam. It's almost like a jelly. Wow, guys, I'm really surprised. This is not peach. I have not read here, but just by the taste, I can tell you that this is apricot. Definitely not peach. So it means that it is a very good jam. if you just don't have something fruity, just sweet, but you can tell by the taste which kind of fruit it is. So all in all, the Czech breakfast is really excellent. So everything, every component was really good. Now let's check the non-edible component, which is made somewhere in EU. And this is, I guess, disinfection swab, so contains some kind of alcohol, not drinkable. So plain, let's say, paper, tissue, very wet. So this is of course fresh. I cannot unfold it somehow. Yeah. Almost no smell. It's not, yeah, it's quite firm. I thought it would be like the Polish one, which is really weak, but wow. Well done, brother Czechs. So this was the breakfast. It's time for the dinner. Here we have as a main, this is beef roast with rice, and this is called znojemska chowe pieczenie, and this means Znojemska means coming from the town of Znojem, which is a small town in the southern part of Czech, and a quite old town and historical town, so kind of a local, let's say, recipe probably. And we have here, of course, rice, beef, and we have also cucumbers. We have mackerels in their own juice, so in water, let's say, water brine. The jam, which is, I think, which is should be apple, royal assam tea, chewing gums, and the other type of the crisp bread, which is let's say, like, this is wheat crisp bread, not the corn one. So I will heat it up in a hot water and make the tea, and we will try if it's tasty. The water has boiled, so let's make the tea, and the main is being heating up still. Nice package tea. The main meal is ready. You can have a look. It has a really wonderful smell to it. So rich, meaty, like a bouillon. But let's get it on the tray. I think there is a lot of black pepper here. What is a promise that this will be not bland? Okay, you can see a lot of rice, but quite also a lot of these beef chunks. And we have the sardines, we have the jam, which is, I have checked, this is a plum jam, not the apple jam. And the smell tells me that it is true. And let's take this crisp bread. And it's time for the main. A bit dry. This rice is dried, something like a block of rice. Let's take another bite with these cucumbers, because I have found them. Look. It's quite a decent meal. It has a long stewed beef taste, so something like beef stew It is salty enough. I don't get a lot of paper here on my tongue. I think it is not bland, but maybe a bit more spiciness would help. And these cucumbers is a good idea, probably pickled, but there are too few of them and I cannot taste it. But overall, it's quite a decent meal. So now a sip of this tea. It's a quite high quality, I would say. So not a very cheap one, and not too bitter. Very good tea. I would buy it in the shop, certainly. So now let's have something sweet. Uh, this jam, maybe on this crisp bread. Oops, a lot of mess. A really good jam, and you can taste these fruits. Actually, these are this type of plums which are not used in my country for making jams. Probably a bigger green, big like here on this photograph, big green, something like this, big green plums, but. It is not just only sweet. It is tastes like like the fruits. So now the sardines. I will not risk to try them with the spoon, not to make complete mess. Yeah, big actually whole fish, big chunks, very nice looking. Quite a good quality of sardines. Of course, with a drop of a lemon juice, it would be much better, but they're really good fish. A bit of the tea, and we'll try this chewing gum. This is with xylitol, so sugar-free. And we have 4 of them. Wow. I will just take one because they are really big. This is a spearmint gum, very refreshing, fresh, very good for the end of the meal. Actually, I like it better than the peppermint. Just a short summary, it was the menu #1 from the new 24-hour Czech army rations, and comparing to the older versions, we have a really big improvement. First, in terms of packaging, because we have more durable cans than these flexible soft cans which were damaged in the transportation. And the second thing is taste, because the ingredients are really of better quality and the taste of the main meals is really better. So thumbs up, brother Czechs, and thank you for watching my review, and please subscribe the channel. Stay tuned. Bye.